The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Holiday crowds at voter registration sites as time winds down. Fitch warns of government debt exposure with the takeover of the GBPC. And a third place showing for Team Bahamas at Crook Track and Field, but still in first place in the swim championships. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Duquesa Dean will be joining us. Also this morning, we're talking with Commonwealth Bank. They've got a lot of exciting banking news to discuss with us. That's coming up in business. But first, it's time for The Overnight, the latest breaking news from while you're sleeping and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, with the House of Assembly set to be dissolved on Wednesday, bringing voter registration to an end, voter registration centers in New Providence were crowded on Easter Monday, the holiday. At the end of last week, Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson said 202,840 people were on the register, roughly 2,000 more than just a week before. He said that at New Providence registration centers, people have continued last-minute efforts to ensure they can vote in the May 12th election. But it was a holiday on Monday. 4 locations opened on the island to accommodate the rush. Fitch Ratings warning in its newest credit rating report for the Bahamas that the government's plan to purchase the Grand Bahama Power Company could almost double its exposure to debt related to state-owned enterprises. The report states that the Bahamas is exposed to contingent liabilities from SOEs as state-owned enterprises. Although SOE debt has declined from a peak of 13.7% of GDP in 2018, it's 9%, and direct transfers have increased. It says that of the total SOE debt, the government explicitly guarantees 1.9% of GDP, which may nearly double if a plan to purchase the power company proceeds. The report also warned of debt exposure from public-private partnerships formed around non-revenue generating infrastructure projects that pose oft liabilities and budgetary costs. The FNF has been warning against these sort of PPPs for a while, calling them off-the-book loans. The party has noted that the government has revealed little to nothing about the tenor of the loans taken out by private companies to complete work or the interest rate taxpayers will be responsible for. A 35-year-old man remanded to prison after facing multiple charges stemming from the fatal shooting of his ex-girlfriend. Stephen Miller faced charges of murder, possession of a firearm, and possession of ammunition when he made his initial court appearance before Acting Chief Magistrate Ancella Evans on Thursday. Prosecutors allege that on March 28th, while at Fox Hill, Miller fatally shot Janetta Thompson and endangered the life of Jeffrey Cooper. Police officers arrested Miller a short time after the shooting and allegedly found a .40 caliber pistol and a component of a .40 caliber pistol and 7 unfired rounds of ammunition. Miller, who did not have a lawyer, was not required to enter a plea to the charges, and he will be tried in the Supreme Court. The man is expected to be fast-tracked to the Supreme Court with the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment on June 16th. Investigations continue into a woman missing at sea. This was in Abaco. Police following up on reports of a woman who went missing at sea while traveling from Hopetown to Elbow Key on Saturday. According to police reports, a man complained that he and his wife, both U.S. citizens, departed Hopetown around 7:30 p.m. on board an 8-foot hard-bottom dinghy on their way to Elbow Key. During that journey, his wife supposedly fell overboard with the boat keys, causing the vessel's engine to shut off. Strong current subsequently carried her away, and the man claims he lost sight of his wife. He then paddled the vessel to shore. He arrived in Marsh Harbor around 4 a.m. on Sunday, April 5th, where he told an individual who then alerted the police. Police, along with members of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and Hopetown Fire and Rescue, searching that area. A government worker and a lead electrician at Disney have denied charges of firearm and ammunition possession. 33-year-old Teresa Hunt, an employee of Inland Revenue, and 39-year-old Renardo Armbrister were arrested on April 1st after officers from the flying squad allegedly found a 9mm Glock pistol and 3 unfired rounds of ammunition at their Tarpon Bay, Eleuthera home. They pleaded not guilty to the charges at their arraignment before Magistrate Lennox Colby Sr. in New Providence. Meanwhile, Armbrister faces another charge of assault with a deadly weapon. He's accused of assaulting Tyrone Wilson with a handgun on February 5th. Armbrister denied that charge. Bail set at $6,500 for Hunt and $9,000 for Armbrister. They have to surrender their travel documents to the court and are required to sign in at the Roxtown Police Station 4 times a week. Their trial's been set for August 6th. And a career criminal who's been in and out of prison for the past 40 years is back behind bars after he attacked a man and snatched his chain. 59-year-old Alfred Darling was sentenced to 2 years in prison after he pleaded guilty to robbery with violence at his arraignment before Acting Chief Magistrate Ancella Evans on Thursday. On March 31st, Matthew Knowles told police that a man whom he knew as Darling Boy hit him across the head with a 2x4 and grabbed his gold chain and pendant, valued at $1,225. This was near a church on Frederick Street. Police recovered the stolen chain when they searched Darling's home. Darling telling the court that Knowles and his friends had ganged him at the fish fry several days before. He told the magistrate that he had to take matters into his own hands when he saw him. While giving Darling credit for his early guilty plea, Evans noted that Darling's criminal record spanned 40 years, with offenses ranging from housebreaking, armed robbery, and disorderly behavior. And the Court of Appeal last week granting the world-famous Valley Boys leave to commence judicial review proceedings in the Supreme Court. The court also set aside an order from last year to have the world-famous Valley Boys, which is led by Brian Adderley, removed from the list of registered nonprofit organizations. In a statement, the world-famous Valley Boys as a success. Overseas, airstrikes pounding Iran and the capital Tehran today, and Iranian officials urging young people to form human chains to protect power plants hours before President Donald Trump's latest deadline for the Islamic Republic to reopen the crucial Strait of Hormuz, or face punishing strikes on its infrastructure. Trump has extended previous deadlines, but suggested the one set for 8 p.m. tonight Eastern Time was final, and the rhetoric on both sides reaching a fever pitch now, leaving Iranians on edge. Trump threatened to destroy all of Iran's power plants and bridges if Tehran does not allow traffic to fully resume in the strait, through which a fifth of the world's oil transits in peacetime. Iran's president said 14 million people, including himself, have volunteered to fight. While Iran cannot match the sophistication of U.S. and Israeli weaponry on their dominance in the air, its chokehold on the strait is causing major damage to the world economy and raising the pressure on Trump, both at home and abroad, to find a way out of the standoff. Officials involved in diplomatic efforts say talks were ongoing, but Iran has rejected the latest American proposal, and it's unclear if a deal would come in time to head off Trump's threatened attacks. World leaders and experts warned that strikes as destructive as Trump threatened could constitute a war crime. Meanwhile, a wave of strikes hit Iran, including residential areas in Tehran, killing nearly 36 people. Iran fired on Israel and Saudi Arabia, prompting the temporary closure of a major bridge.
This is Sports Update.
In sports, some different results for Team Bahamas at the Crifter Track and Field Championships versus the Swimming Championships. First with track and field, the Bahamas finishing third. The 78-member team turned in a valiant effort at the 53rd Crifter Games in Karani James Athletic Stadium in St. George's in Grenada and ended up third behind Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica won for a 40th straight time, collecting 28 gold, 27 silver, and 16 bronze medals for 71 total medals. Trinidad and Tobago finished second with 35 total medals, 9 gold, 11 silver, and 15 bronze. The Bahamas ended up third with 8 gold, 12 silver, and 10 bronze for 30 medals. The order of finish at Crifter Track and Field is based on the number of gold medals, followed by the number of silver, and then bronze. Read more about how Team Bahamas did in today's Guardian Sports section. Over with the swimming championships taking place in Martinique. First 3 days of the Aquatics Championships were a dogfight for Team Bahamas, but the defending champions created some much-needed breathing room on Easter Monday to firmly remain out front with a top point total of 613.5. Team Bahamas built on a double-digit lead established on Easter Sunday and extended its gap to 55.5 points to fend off the lurking Jamaican swim team in Monday's evening session in Fort-de-France. Despite trading positions with the Bahamas on day 2, Jamaica dropped back to second in team points standings with 558. Third place belongs to Trinidad and Tobago with 545 points. The team has been in that position since the opening day. After piling on an additional 18 medals on day 3, Team Bahamas' medal count currently sits at 42 in total. Head coach Stravano McPhee is looking for the team to complete an unprecedented 8-peat today as that continues in Martinique. And from college basketball, Michigan's new Fab Five threw style points out the door, and brought home a prize not even the school's most famous team could capture. The 5 fabulous transfers who made up Coach Dusty May's starting lineup got down and dirty with the rest of the Wolverines coming out with a national title trophy Monday night after muscling their way to a 69-63 victory over UConn. Michigan 2 3-pointers all night. The Final Four's most outstanding player, Elliot Cadeau, led the Wolverines with 19 points, including the team's first 3, which came 7 minutes and 4 seconds into the second half. The second 3 from freshman Trey McKinney came with 1:50 left, which felt like a dagger, giving May's team, which had scored 90 points in 5 straight March Madness games leading to the final, a 9-point lead. This was the first men's hoops title for the Big Ten since Michigan State in 2000, including UCLA's win in the women's NCAA tournament Sunday. The conference swept the football and basketball titles this year. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. Your first look at weather brought to you by Star General. We've got a severe weather watch in effect for the northern Bahamas. That includes Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. The public's advised to keep updated on severe weather warnings issued by the Department of Meteorology today. So what's going on? We've got a broad area of low pressure that's going to form just south of a cold front currently extending across central Florida. This low will interact with an incoming upper-level trough, and that's going to introduce some heavy showers and occasionally severe thunderstorms across portions of the northernmost islands throughout the day today. A weak ridging pattern will keep relatively more stable conditions in place, with lingering moisture allowing for a few pops of showers across the remainder of the islands through tonight. So there is a marginal to moderate risk of flooding in low-lying and flood-prone areas across the northern islands and parts of the northwest Bahamas today due to heavy and prolonged rainfall events. Everyone's being urged to exercise caution while along these areas, especially in areas already inundated with water from previous rainfall. And there is a slight to moderate risk of rip currents for all Atlantic coastal waters. Swimmers are advised to exercise caution in these areas. So your forecast for today for the extreme northern islands, cloudy to overcast with a 50 to 80% chance of showers with thunderstorms. Showers may become heavy and thunderstorms severe at times. Winds southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, veering southwest to west at 10 knots or less by the afternoon. Winds will fall light and variable at times by nightfall. Expect gusty conditions near heavy showers and thunderstorms today. For the rest of us in the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, we're looking at partly cloudy conditions with occasional cloudy periods, a 30 to 50% chance of showers with thunderstorms. Showers may become heavy and thunderstorms severe at times. Wind southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, veering southwest to west at 10 knots or less by this afternoon through tonight. Expect gusty winds near heavy showers and thunderstorms. For the rest of the country, the central Bahamas, a mix of sun and clouds today, turning mostly fair tonight with a 20 to 30% chance of showers with possible afternoon thunderstorms, and partly sunny, becoming mostly fair tonight for the southeastern islands with a 10 to 30% chance of showers with possible afternoon thunderstorms. Winds south-southeast to south-southwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times. Temperatures today, with the cloud and rain cover in the extreme northern islands, look for highs to remain in the 70s today, around 26 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 60s, low 70s, around 21, 22 Celsius. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, high temperatures around 82 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight in the low 70s, around 22, 23 Celsius. And the rest of the country looking at highs around 85 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 74, 75 Celsius, 23, 24, 73, 75 Fahrenheit, 23, 24 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have extended outlook coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Star General Insurance, made simple.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way.
It is time for a break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9, your home for fresh news and smart talk all day.
Ready to talk to someone about your health and receive the personal attention you deserve? Imagine having clear thinking and energy every day. Welcome to New Life, a health store featuring electric cell foods to cleanse and replenish the body, plus an alkaline deli and on-site consultations. New Life, your alternative to disease, located in the Independence Drive Business Park on East Street South. Visit newlifebahamas.com or call 323-6080 or 1. Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or are tech troubles simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Cades Village, or call 396-1100.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
This is definitely the time for BAMSI to continue to build on the progress that we've made. There's now drone technology. There's now year-round container farming. You have hydroponics. You have aquaponics. You have precision farming. There have been record numbers of enrollments, record numbers of flat fishing certifications. We've had record enrollments in our online courses across the family of islands. Because in BAMSI, we are not just cultivating produce. We're cultivating producers.
Paid for by deal. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of the start of. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas, Channel 969, and BTC Float, Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Join me now, Duquesa Dean. Duquesa, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Bahamas. Happy Tuesday.
Hey, hope you had a great holiday weekend.
It was very quiet, relaxing, meditative. Yeah, I did. What about you?
Same.
Good. Good.
Well, yeah. Quite a bit happening over the weekend, locally and internationally. It felt like, I don't know, between what's happening in space with the moon and U.S. President Donald Trump's interesting utterances on Easter
Unhinged,
Sunday and the press conference yesterday.
Yeah.
And Carifta. It's been quite something. And college basketball has been quite a the last few days.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be talking with Commonwealth Bank. They have some exciting things going on in business. We'll talk to them about all of that. But right now it's time to get into what else is in the news. And in the news, where do we begin? Holiday crowds at voter registration sites as time winds down. The Parliamentary Registration Department opening up for Easter Monday, the holiday, and there were long lines for people registering. Yes, only a couple days left. I think Wednesday's the last day. Tomorrow, the last day to register, as the House will be dissolved. And that's it. That's it. So if you're a last-minute person or just turning 18, you got a long day ahead of you today and tomorrow. And, of course, Carifta. We're talking about Carifta. So a mixed bag. I mean, this is still pretty good. The third for the track and field, but leading is not finished quite yet with the swimming. And we're in the lead still, trying to go for our 8th straight championship there. So they calculate who wins a little bit differently depending on the sport. So track and field is concerned about medals,
right?
Gold medals,
right?
And swimming is about points.
Ah.
So in terms of gold medals, the Bahamas finished 3rd for track and field.
Still good. Congratulations to the team.
And the two countries that won. Jamaica, which always wins,
strong.
the 40th straight win for Jamaica. It's like, well, they
That's wild.
Just don't show up anymore.
That's wild.
Just you don't need to come. Right? Remember, Oprah did that with Emmys. She's like, okay,
that's it. I'm done.
Don't worry. About
I don't think they're gonna.
Bill Cosby, although no one wants to mention him, he did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I won't. Yeah, I already have enough.
Yeah. No, Jamaica.
But
Keep
Jamaica,
showing up. Keep showing up. Give them something to jinx.
All the other countries should have a different championship, like their own, the non-Jamaica championship.
So
anyway,
what was second?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
And these are two very large countries,
yeah.
The two largest English-speaking countries in the Caribbean, with millions of people each, compared to.
So we're doing great.
Small town of the Bahamas.
That's a gold medal in and of itself.
Hey,
yeah,
not in a long time, but we've won it before. So, but salute to Team Bahamas. I saw some of it over the weekend, and these kids have a lot of heart and great stuff there. So our Sheldon Longley, who is in Grenada, as they call it there, Grenada. You heard of it?
No, I never heard Grenada.
That's what they say. Well,
okay.
here in Grenada, I don't know. St. George's Grenada. Anyway, the Bahamas 78-member team turned in a valiant effort at the 53rd Carifta Games in St. George's and ended up 3rd behind Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica won for a 40th straight time, collecting 28 gold, 27 silver, and 16 bronze medals for a total of 71. 28 gold. Wow. Trinidad and Tobago finished 2nd with 35 total medals, 9 gold, 11 silver, and 15 bronze. The Bahamas ended up 3rd with 8 gold, 12 silver, and 10 bronze. 10 bronze medals for 30 medals. The order of finish at track and field. Track and field is based on the number of gold medals, followed by the number of silver, and then bronze. So, great.
A big gap, though.
That is huge.
Between even the first and second.
My goodness, you see how much more competitive second and third was.
Yes,
but they were in a different, speaking of space, different universe, Jamaica.
Yeah.
That's like Good Lord.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, this is how they are in world competition as well, right? It's
Yeah.
often the U.S. and Jamaica
Yeah.
battling it out. Wow. All right. So on the swim side, as we said, today there's more competition. And as it stands at this hour, we remain in first place. So this is happening in Martinique. Artenage Sweeting is there in Fort-de-France. The first 3 days really were a dogfight for Team Bahamas, but the defending champions created much needed breathing room on Easter Monday to firmly remain out front with a top point total of 613.5. Team Bahamas built on a double-digit lead established on Easter Sunday and extended its gap to 55.5 points to fend off the lurking Jamaican team in Monday evening session. 55 sounds still too close for comfort, no? So they were actually trading places in the earlier days, right? In fact, Jamaica was leading at one point. Jamaica, and they're not really
Swimmers?
quite known for swimming,
That's
right?
right.
But they are determined to dominate every sport on the planet, it seems. And hey, why not? If you can
Right.
do it, do it.
Right.
Do it. So the Bahamas remains on top. Jamaica dropped back to second
Okay.
with 558 points. Third place, Trinidad and Tobago with 545
Same
points.
three countries.
Yeah. The team held that position since the opening day. After piling on additional 18 medals on day 3, Team Bahamas' medal count currently sits at 42 medals. Okay. So I want to see if we were to look at medals, what would that look like? Is any mention of that here? But again, they focus on the points. So let's get your reaction to this, folks. Well, I'll see if I can. I think I do have it somewhere. But let's get your reaction to how this is going. What happened track and field, and how we're doing with swimming right now. We're really looking to be the Jamaica of swimming with 8 straight. But why do you think things have been so close? As I was speaking with a sports reporter yesterday, no one can topple Jamaica, it seems.
Right.
At least not now.
Right.
But the battle is for second place.
Yeah.
And while we have dominated for many years, been the number 2, we were challenged again this year. It's not the first time we were not number 2, but we were challenged. And so it seems the other countries are gaining on that second place. And so we've got to watch out for them. And the same thing seems to be happening in swimming. Everybody's stepping up their game with swimming. So is it just that they all are doing better, or are we resting on laurels or slipping a bit? What do you think's going on here? I have a couple of theories, but let's hear from you. 323-6232. And again, salute to all the athletes doing an amazing work out there. But the question is the country doing enough for them?
That's a good question there. Like, yeah.
And 2 things come to mind. I'll give the numbers out again in a second. That stadium is still not finished.
Yeah.
And they're working at the old track and field stadium. And that's fine, but they don't, come on. Who knows? Maybe it makes a difference. And then the swim complex, it's an open pool, no roof, and you can't train in bad weather. Whereas some other places,
It's enclosed.
indoor facility, and you can train all year round, bad weather, no weather, good weather, whatever weather. What are we doing? 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796.
So the progression to get to be a Carifta athlete is from the inter-school competitions, like what is it, BAISS or
There's a number of things.
or do they go out for qualification at a
All of it.
Carifta screening event? Or
There are events throughout the year that are Carifta qualifiers.
Okay.
And there are BAISS, GSSA,
all of those
nationals, all these
Okay.
things. They actually have a nationals, everything. So
Okay.
the times to meet for qualifications.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So let's hear from you. This text is asking if I heard a sonic boom this morning.
No.
No. When? What? For what? What was that? You sure that's what that was?
What time?
Huh. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Tell us more. What did you hear? Where was this? Caller, good morning. What say you? You're on the air.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Blessed morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
The issue in track and field, right, is we don't have no facilities. We have schools with no tracks.
Mm-hmm.
We have the government. I see, like, for instance, the track on R and Bailey House. They put tar on it. It's a marked track, 400 meters, but they put block tar on it. It's the same thing at CC Street in the school between CC Street, and they got a 200-meter track. They put block tar on it. Same thing in Barker, FC my Crescent, block tar. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, all of these governments, like, they can't afford, they don't know how to build a track. Better you leave the track grass and give markers for 400 meters. It's about coaching, same thing with every sport. Same thing with the swimming, same thing with I would even say the baseball could be better because, you know what I'm saying, it's a lack of facilities in high school, in the government schools.
Yeah.
You understand me? You got, I remember St. Andrews with about 10 diamonds. You understand what I'm saying? Lack of facility, lack of an investment.
Yeah, we're just now getting some pools for the public schools. Yeah, we're just getting into that. So that's you have to be.
Another point. You got schools with no gyms.
Right.
In the junior high, with the gym in the junior high in the 70s with wooden floor. The high school not far from it. Around the corner with gym as well. You see, low facilities.
Yeah.
These gyms could be built as hurricane shelters. We be doing Kendall Isaacs, hurricane shelters. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thank you much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You're raising great points.
Yeah.
Yep. Obviously, this must play a role, and we've got to wonder if we're serious about any of this. And we know we will need the private sector to help too. It would be great if we had a lottery that could fund some of these initiatives, but the private sector, in the meantime, and even afterward, will still need to help some of these with these facilities. But we aren't doing enough. And even if we were winning, you still have to say it would be a miracle because we don't. Where are they training?
Yeah.
So we've got to do better. We've got to do better. Caller, what say you? Good morning.
Yes. Good morning to both of you.
Hi. Good morning.
I share the sentiments of the gentleman before. I do not think that we are putting our resources in the right place. I would like to say congratulations to the team. We came third. I watched it closely, and at one time I was becoming a little disappointed. And then my spirits were lifted later when I saw that we were moving along. But I think we need to take a good look at ourselves, put our priorities where they ought to be placed, and move forward in this country. The young, they did well, so let's congratulate them. I want to be positive, but we need to take a serious look at those at the top where they belong. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. I suspect the same. Another caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Dwight, good morning, the Crescent.
Hi.
I, too, want to join in with congratulating the teams for doing an excellent job out there. A lot of us stand on the sidelines and do not understand or do not really truly have an appreciation for the work that has to be put in to become world qualifiers such as these. And I'm saying, I'm projecting it into the space now that these athletes are world qualifiers. They can do the work because they have the discipline to do so. My thought on to the stadium that we have, I could recall when the official concept came about, it would have been during, I think, the first Christie administration, when Neville Wisdom was the minister of sports. And my thought back then was that even though this stadium would have been said that it was a gift from the Chinese people, I believe that if we had foresight into what the stadium should have been, my mind automatically went to a retractable dome, which means that during bad weather, our athletes could have still practiced their craft. Also doubled up as a hurricane shelter if it had been crafted or built correctly. And we have missed so many opportunities I think today we can still look back at the draft and make the necessary changes if possible. I think it was the Bahamas government that spent all the money on raising the tracks and putting down a new track and all that. Am I correct?
The what government?
Our government. Was it still a gift from the Chinese people for resurfacing the track in the new stadium and the work that's currently going on right now?
No, we did that, but I mean that was necessary to meet
No,
international
I'm not
standards.
saying that it wasn't necessary. What I'm saying is, had we been more proactive in asking for a retractable dome, that money that was spent on the new track and all of the infrastructure we put in place would have been protected from the weather element.
But I hear you. That was years later.
Look forward and protecting our assets, getting more bang for the monies that we're going to put into this, because now I think the stadium really practically is our responsibility to maintain. But it's just my thoughts, and like I said, I concur with the previous two callers. I believe that we now have to be progressive in our thinking into getting the infrastructure and the things that we need that's going to aid our people better for future to come. Thanks for taking my call this morning.
I hear you. I don't know how you could tell the people giving you a gift that you wanted to be with a retractable dome. But I hear you. Now, that dome would open based on what? With what, electricity?
Oh, God.
I mean, okay, all right.
But a covered facility would be nice.
Very expensive.
Yeah, expensive.
Extremely.
But, yeah.
And to maintain. But it would be nice. It would be nice. Wow. One more call. We got a lot of text messages. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning to your guests. Dwight, I want to say 2 or 3 things, mainly. I also will like to give my condolences and make my congratulations to all our fine Bahamian athletes. First of all, secondly, Dwight, we ran the number of guys those moratoriums to deal with this number of stuff. They were supposed to give millions of dollars to youth sports and culture, right? Am I right?
I don't remember. I mean, they all donate.
Right. They're supposed to give X amount of money every year to youth sports and culture.
I don't know if it's that specific. I don't know if it's
okay.
But
Dwight, I know what I say.
Okay.
Okay, and Dwight, the House will working tomorrow, right?
Yeah, dissolving
tomorrow, right? So that means the Mr. Belize got plenty of lockup to do tomorrow, right? Who in the clear and $10,000 fine or 2 years in jail.
You know better than that.
Thank you for taking my call, my brother.
Okay. Well,
what happened, Dwight?
Please. All these things. So many things are left unanswered.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, and nobody cares. It's just whatever. If you put us back, we'll finish it maybe.
Right.
And then if it's new people, like we didn't promise you that, they did.
So it just rots.
Boy. Interesting. Let's read some messages. We'll get back to the calls in a bit. Okay, so a lot of people. You sure it was a sonic boom? You heard a loud boom. Which area were you all in? After 3 this morning, I heard the boom.
3.
Maybe you all were in the same area. Maybe there was an explosion. Everything's a sonic boom now. Yes, I heard a boom this morning or an explosion around 5 a.m. It's different depending on the people you ask.
And we're supposed to be sleeping.
Sonic boom occurred between 3 and 4. I actually heard something this morning and wondered what it was. All the doors shook, but it was not as loud as the last scheduled boom. I thought it was the wind, but it was puzzled why multiple doors shook simultaneously.
That's a good couple of people.
This one says that's the after effect of the holiday weekend for a person who heard a sonic boom. Well, they all were at the same party. I heard what sounded like a sonic boom as well. It was early hours, not exactly sure of the time. Okay, well, this is a great mystery. We'd love to know what that was. What was that? If the Family Islands had better sporting facilities, we would do better in track and field. Only athletes from Nassau and Freeport represent the Bahamas. I don't know if that's true. The 2 athletes from Eleuthera had to move to Nassau to compete. Oh, boy. Well, that's rough.
It is.
Yeah. This is your aunt. They compete in B3A sanctioned meets throughout the season and have to meet certain standards in various events. However, to be eligible for the team, they have to compete in the Carifta Trials, which is normally 2 weeks before the games.
Okay.
Out of all the political Easter parties, Sabas's own was the best. Okay, thank you for that text. Great. They had those. Okay. This person says that yes, the boom was after 3 this morning. Wow.
Okay.
The bad treatment by the political leaders have the athletes limping to achieve their goals. In fact, they are better ambassadors than the politicians. Limited resources and disrespect to the teachers have limited the achievements of our athletes and parents who are representing our country far better than the flying politicians and consultants. Wow. We, the adults, are not serious. For example, when Carifta was held here last, it was like pulling teeth to get people I know to go to the stadium and cheer on our kids. We like to show up for the gold medals, but we are not present for all the other hard parts. So not just money, we, the adults, need to do better. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting. This texture says here there are a number of factors why Jamaica has been winning, including they have a college that trains PE teachers, coaches, and sports specialists, and their dominance began 4 years after that institution opened. And they recruit countrywide, not just from Kingston and the surrounding areas. Yes, they have 10 times the number of people we do, but they also make sure that they look for potential all over the country. We in the Bahamas are Nassau and QC and SAC centered.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Powerful text. Okay, let's take this call really quickly. Call, you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Hey, Dwight, good morning.
Hi.
And good morning to your guest, the Duchess.
Good morning.
Yeah, Dwight, you all remember, I don't know, you may be a little bit young, but Dwight, you remember when we beat Jamaica?
I heard about it. I don't remember. It was the early 80s.
Right. All right. Here's what I'm saying, right? Why all we have to do, right, is just find the atmosphere that we was in at that time, right? To beat Jamaica, and ever since that, right, all of that, because I used to run track one time. All of that, all of the track clubs, dissolved, right? And then we used to have something called the Bahama Games, right, where we used to find a lot of athletes from the Family Islands because the Family Islands were included, right? But like the text said, we really need to look back to the 80s, and try to use some of those strategies. Have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Got to go to the news. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio. Stay with us.
Stop! Hey, let's go!
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line, powered by BTC, 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. And now at 8:17, it's time for another check of your weather, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. So we got a lot going on. We've got a severe weather watch in effect for the extreme northern Bahamas. That includes Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. And this is along with it's in effect for their adjacent waters and keys as well. So everyone's being advised to pay attention to this. We've got a broad area of low pressure that's forming just south of a cold front currently extending across central Florida. This low is going to interact with an incoming upper-level trough, and that's going to introduce these heavy showers and occasionally severe thunderstorms across the northernmost islands throughout the day today. A weak ridging pattern will keep relatively more stable conditions in place, with lingering moisture allowing a few pops of showers across the rest of the country through tonight. But the unsettled and wet weather pattern will remain in place across the northern islands for the until the latter part of the work week, as that cold front will enter the country early Wednesday. Behind the front, strong to gale force breezes will create dangerous beaching and boating conditions as that boundary stalls and weakens across the northwest Bahamas. High pressure is going to strengthen behind the front, and that's going to allow for the aggressive wind field to expand across the remainder of the islands by the weekend and to continue into early next week. For now, for today, there is a marginal to moderate risk of flooding in low-lying and flood-prone areas. across the northern islands and portions of the northwest Bahamas due to heavy and prolonged rainfall. And there's a slight risk of rip currents, slight to moderate risk for all Atlantic coastal waters. So your forecast for today for the extreme northern islands, cloudy to overcast, a 50 to 80% chance of showers with thunderstorms. Showers may be heavy and thunderstorms severe at times. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, including New Providence, partly cloudy with occasional cloudy periods and a 30 to 50% chance of showers with thunderstorms. Showers again may be heavy and thunderstorms severe at times. For the central Bahamas, a mix of sun and clouds today, turning mostly fair tonight. And for the southeastern islands, partly sunny today, becoming mostly fair tonight. For the southern half of the country, a 10 to 30% chance of showers with possible thunderstorms in the afternoon. Temperatures today in the mid to upper 70s because of the rain and the cloud cover for the extreme northern islands. The upper 60s, low 70s for lows tonight. For the rest of the northwest Bahamas, look for highs around 82 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 72, 73 Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. And for the central and southeast Bahamas, highs around 85, 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to the low to mid 70s, about 23, 24 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, mostly cloudy to occasionally overcast for the extreme northern islands. The rest of the country looking at a mix of sun and clouds, becoming partly cloudy at night. Still elevated showers and thunderstorms for the northern Bahamas, a 40 to 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, 30 to 50% chance for the rest of the northwest Bahamas. And by Thursday, the northern half of the country looking at partly cloudy conditions with gradual clearing throughout the day and a mix of sun and clouds for the central and southeast Bahamas. Partly sunny to sunny and mostly fair at night for the northern half of the country by Friday. Partly to occasionally cloudy for the central and southeast Bahamas as that front moves through the area. That's your morning blend weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. If you're looking to paint, your local Sherwin-Williams store has top quality paints, expert advice, discounts to help you save only at Sherwin-Williams. 8:21, time for a check of traffic brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. On the streets of New Providence, not all schools are back in session today, but we do have a few hot spots for you. Like Milo Butler Highway, as usual, heavy traffic from just north of Fire Trail as you approach Harold Pond. You'll see that if you're heading northbound, all the way up to Tonic Williams-Darling Highway. And some slow-moving traffic along Tonic Williams-Darling Highway westbound towards that roundabout right now as well. 6 Acre Roundabout seeing some slow-moving traffic on the John F. Kennedy Drive eastbound side and on the northbound side of New Providence Highway. Elsewhere, we've got Blue Hill Road as usual. Heavy traffic once you get over that hill. Heading northbound towards Independence Drive. East Street also seeing some slow-moving traffic north of Soldier Road on the way to the roundabout with East-West Highway. And Robinson Road, heavy traffic for you there between Soldier and Marathon Road, East-West Highway, especially if you're heading westbound this morning. A bit of congestion for you on Eastern Road near Village Road and Shirley Street. And some slow-moving traffic, but manageable on West Bay Street eastbound into downtown Nassau, especially as you approach Nassau Street. That's about it, though. That's your real-time traffic and your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers. Whether you're on the road or planning your next move, they've got you covered. Visit nuainsurance.com for an instant motor quote or stop by your nearest branch today.
No one likes a fender bender.
Oh, man.
From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. price in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Marco's Pizza has the perfect everyday deal. Pick up a large one-topping pizza for only $10 every single day. This has to be the best pizza deal in town. No gimmicks, just great pizza at a great price every day. Fresh, fast, and full of flavor. That's the magic of Marco's. Only at Marco's participating locations.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Every day in a busy world, we have to do so much. Bank with CIBC and get that personal touch. Share your ambitions, let us help your dreams come true. At CIBC, you're at the heart of all we do. We're on your side, we're listening, we know the way you feel. CIBC, ambitions made real.
The following is a paid political message.
Kalani. Whoa. Hey. Kalani. Oh. The future is brighter. Oh. Vote for MacGyver. Hey. 'Cause she is a fighter. Kalani. Hey. The future is brighter. If you need improvement, oh, come join the movement. Come join the movement. Hey, you're looking for change, find it here. You're looking for justice, find it here. You're looking for truth, find it here. Vote for MacGyver. She's here for you. Everybody in Kalani. Change is here. Hey, hands in the air. Say everybody in Kalani. Vote for MacGyver. She is a fighter.
That was a paid political message.
At the heart of every great meal is a simple yet powerful idea: quality. At Del Monte, we are committed to cultivating quality, growing the freshest, most nutritious vegetables, fruits, and tomatoes for your family. With non-GMO ingredients and BPA-free packaging, you can trust that every can is packed with goodness. So whether it's a quick snack or a hearty family dinner, Del Monte brings wholesome flavor to your table. Look for it in your favorite food store. Del Monte, fresh taste, smart choices. Distributed by Thompson Trading.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
New roads and airports are connecting our islands. Energy reform is bringing electricity prices down, while young Bahamians are stepping up, gaining new skills for new opportunities. Respect for workers. Support for entrepreneurs. We're modernizing energy and infrastructure across our islands and preparing Bahamians to succeed in a new economy. Transformations this big take time. Let's choose progress. Paid for by the PLP.
Don't shop at Sherwin-Williams then. Don't get the best service in the Bahamas then.
The love is really, really strong in Sherwin-Williams. We don't just sell paint. We service you with a smile, good hearts, mind, soul, and body. And we love our customers as much as we love ourselves.
Yes, real talk.
I'm not just saying this
Real talk.
to impress myself.
We love to go beyond with customer service. So they feel delighted to come in Sherwin-Williams because they know I can either see Dee Dee, or I can see Shelly, or one of our other wonderful staff members. We treat our customers with the respect of our boss because there are many paint companies they could choose to go to. No, baby. If they go to some other paint companies, how are I going to this little thing at the end of the week.
We want to make sure you get that little ting, Shelley. Come visit Shelley and Dee Dee at Sherwin-Williams, Bahamas, and you'll surely find color in every day.
It's back, Agri-Expo 2026, presented by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, April 10th through 12th at the Gladstone Road Agriculture Center. Agriculture, our heritage, our future, comes alive with the latest farming technologies, exciting cooking demonstrations and competitions, Bahamian farmers and vendors from across the islands, fun for the kids at the Kitty Corner, nightly musical concerts, and free admission for everyone. Bring the whole family and celebrate what feeds our nation. Agri-Expo 2026. Let's get growing.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Shot! Hey! Let's go! Hey, hey, hey. I want to touch the road with you tonight, baby. And I want to love you up and make you feel brand new. I wanna hit you with that rake and scrape, and let's play no time to waste. Give me that right away. It's time, girl, please don't be late. When I hit you with that juke and wine, come on, girl, you know what we came to do. No time.
We are back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong with Duquesa Dean on this Tuesday morning. Hope you're having a great day if you're back at work. Hope you're having a good time and a good commute.
I heard the airport, excuse me, parking lot was like jam full this weekend. We
They
had a
sent
lot
out
of
a
people
notice
traveling. Wow.
From like Thursday.
That it was
Please,
full.
Yeah, it's already
Oh,
full.
wow.
Get dropped off. Thursday or Friday. Get dropped off if you can.
Oh,
because
wow.
So a lot of people are traveling.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
All right, so coming up in a few minutes in business, we're going to be talking with Commonwealth Bank. They got a lot going on. They got a mortgage campaign, and of course, they have Apple Pay, and so many exciting things happening with them. We'll find out more from them in a bit. That's coming up in business. But what's in the news? Before the break, we were talking about Carifta. We're going to move on in a bit, but just want to mention. So I think this texture might be onto something. The person who said that the big difference is Jamaica's attitude, right? To open this specialized college to train PE teachers. Looked it up. It's the G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sports. Opened in 1980. And they said that you could see the difference since then, right? Within 4 years, they put an end to any other country winning Carifta. 1984 was the last time the Bahamas, and I believe any other country, won Carifta. We were the last. And since then, 4 years after this institution opened, they have dominated ever since. 40 plus years.
It's very interesting. Because where do physical education teachers get their certification or licenses from? Are they
in
just
the Bahamas?
Yeah, are they regular teachers that, or
UB?
yeah, okay, that's
Or if you
okay.
went somewhere else.
Okay,
But they have a whole school dedicated to it. They really might be making the difference there.
teaching them how to breed champions. Wow,
Exactly. Somebody else texted and say, well, also the diet, probably don't have a lot of the junk.
And I think they do a lot of long distance training too, like because they have terrain that could be challenging for the endurance or help to build endurance.
Yeah, they have
as
mountains.
well.
But, we've got a gym that can simulate anything you could ever experience except for the rain. And maybe, who knows, maybe people will be willing to throw some water on you. I don't
Well,
know.
or maybe they just run in the rain.
Or maybe that. But hey, all right. Some more text callers. We'll get to in a second. This person says, "I live in Winton and heard that boom too." So we need to find out what this is.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what that was? I thought it was thunder.
So this is people from various sides of the island, or are they all eastern?
One person saying Winton. I'm in Winton. I didn't hear it. What are all these booms that shake physical structures doing to our house foundations? Anyone seeing mysterious cracks in walls?
What?
I know I've noticed some, but can't tell definitively when they happened. Okay. Jamaicans eat healthier than we do. They eat from the land, and we specialize in fast food. Okay, and importing stuff.
Could be an impact, yeah.
Jamaica's sports program took off after the introduction of the lottery. They were well funded. Okay, what year was that? Maybe it's all at the same time. All around the same time. This person says here, I think we read this already. Wait, no. Does the Parliamentary Registration Department have the resources in place to register Bahamians in Canada in time for the general elections? If you're in Canada and you wanted to do that, I would have hoped that you would have been seeking that out and finding out that information long ago.
Yeah.
Long ago. So to be talking about that now, I mean, I don't know if you're in Canada, but if you let's be sensible. Let's be sensible. Exuma has one government secondary school, and their sports program is crap. That's a quote.
Oh.
The track program is being developed by former students and parents after school. There's nothing happening there sports-wise. Wow. I live off Bellot Road, and I heard the boom too.
That's west. It's Carmichael area, right? I believe so. Yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe we were asleep, Dwight. Yeah.
Let's hear from this caller. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, are you there? Good morning, caller. Hi, good morning. We can hear you. Oh, man. Okay, let's take the other line. Good morning, caller. Turn on your radio for us, please.
Yeah, morning. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah. See, sports never. I mean, how it used to be back in the day. We had real coaches and basketball coaches. We have a lot of students now have to come away to the country at a young age to go to a little middle school in the States. They need to enforce, they need to spend more money on in sports, man. Basketball, I think each government school should have their own gym and have their own facility where they could be training, serious training. If you go in the States, every middle school, every school have a gym. We have a lot of talent, you know. We have a lot of talent in this country, but the government is not investing. I mean, I have a little girl right now who's 10 years old. I 6'6". She's 10 years old, and she almost as tall as me. I trying to get her to find proper way for her to play basketball, but it's hard. When I was growing up, we had Michael Thompson camp. We had a lot of people who wanted to train us. You know, I mean, I travel all around the world playing basketball, but it was hard for us to get into these. Like how it's so easy for them now. But the government, we need to, pump some money inside us and really look at what we need for these kids, because we have a lot of kids out there what could be able to do good for our country. All right, thanks.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Yeah, boy.
Why, when I was a little girl, I remember the Michael Thompson camps, but I do think even today they have basketball camps. And oftentimes you'll hear them calling for sponsorships or people to support, because obviously the coaches don't have all of the resources that they need to be able to pull these camps off. So apart from the government, you know, we can also see how, you know, the corporate world and even private citizens can assist in sponsoring some of the equipment and resources that are necessary to pull these camps off annually as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take one more call. Good morning, caller, on the air. Are you there? Okay, very impatient. This texter says here, I disagree with the sentiment that people registering now or transferring now are getting what they deserve for procrastinating. Okay, well, we didn't quite say that, but it is often to be expected that there'd be a last-minute rush. Anyway, they say this is a clear sign of systemic, system-wide failure. Seriously, in 5 years, could no one imagine that a large number of people had transferred residence and create create a system that anticipated a heavy volume?
So are you telling me that you would move and not think about transferring until it's election year?
Until it's called.
Right. Like, isn't there a level of responsibility also on the person that's moving to not just wait until election is called to go and transfer? Like, you moved 3 years ago. The parliamentary registration is open. Go and transfer. Oh, is that asking too much?
Apparently, but I'm with you. Anyway, they go on. Number 2, how about logging the persons who showed up to transfer and allowing the document to be collected after April 8th with a scheduled appointment? If we continue to allow these system failures to continue, what y'all expect, we can also expect decades of unplanned chaos everywhere. No, I'm not agreeing with you. Not at all. But okay. Sure. I want to move on, though. There's some other things making news quite a lot, but this one is interesting, and it's getting a lot of international attention already as well. So you heard about this?
Mm-hmm. You don't even have to tell me. I'm already seeing it at home.
This is so strange. Police investigating missing woman at sea. So this is from the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Police on Abaco have launched an investigation following reports of a woman who went missing at sea while traveling from Hopetown to Elbow Key on Saturday, April 4th. According to reports, a male complainant reported that he and his wife, both U.S. nationals, departed Hopetown around 7:30 p.m. Why would they?
Right,
That's
dark.
Kinda,
Almost dark.
Almost dark. That's kind of strange. Aboard an 8-foot hard-bottomed dinghy en route to Elbow Key. During the journey, his wife reportedly fell overboard with the boat keys, causing the vessel's engine to shut off.
Really?
Strong currents subsequently carried her away, and he lost sight of her.
What?
He then paddled the vessel to shore. The man arrived at the Marsh Harbor boatyard around 4 a.m. on Sunday, where he informed an individual who then alerted the police. In response, police officers, along with members of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force and Hopetown Fire and Rescue, have initiated a search of the surrounding area.
Wow.
And, of course, investigations continue into that. Okay.
Was she driving the boat? I mean, driving may not be the right word. Like, why did she have the keys? And when she fell over, she was too far for him to grab her?
So many questions. 7:30. I mean, boat people do a lot of strange things.
Yeah. Maybe it was a short, quick ride to Elbow Key. Should have been with the motors running, I guess. Did anybody see her?
We're hoping for all the best. Miracles,
Wow.
stranger things have happened, right?
Wow.
But this,
Wow.
lots of little bells going off
Yeah.
in your head.
Oh.
Maybe we watched too much Dateline, but
We may watch this on Dateline in the future. Because this is serious. This is serious.
Boy, that is.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Wow. Were they residents of Hopetown? Or visitors? Why come here to do crap?
Seriously?
Like, seriously, no, seriously.
Are you serious? This is the perfect place to do crap. The perfect place to do
Oh,
crap.
man.
I mean,
What? Wow.
what should we even? Let's hear. I don't know. Hey, it's still in the Easter season, so let's be generous and kind, folks. 323-6232. 325. And if he didn't do anything, I feel sorry for him because, good Lord.
Right, he didn't guilty.
Right. You lost your wife.
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully not.
It's just
And everyone
confusing.
thinks
How'd
the
she
worst
fall
of you.
over? The sea is rough.
It does get rough.
Did they
It
hit
happens.
a
It's an
wave
8-foot
or
dinghy.
Right, but I mean,
So,
certainly it couldn't have been the first time she's gotten on a dinghy with him.
And then no life vests or anything.
Right.
I guess they're experienced boaters, maybe, but still, even
But
if you are, you really
should be a swimmer if you're an
well, you
experienced
should have.
boater.
The water was rough, but you
You
should
know,
have your life vest.
yeah.
Everybody should have.
Right, and if the
It's
water
an
was rough, you should have put it
8-foot
on.
dinghy. That's not big.
That's a lot. I'm sorry, that's a lot.
She had the keys. 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free. 242-300-5720. Maybe you're in Abaco. And give us some insight into what's going on here. Wow. Well, the text messages are quite interesting already. Caller, good morning. What say you?
Morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
Okay, let's talk about this long line of register. That's the human people way of life. you realize that Christmas comes every year on the 25th of December, and when they go shopping, on the 24th, last minute.
Right.
I just say, I mean, that's where we go.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Yeah, so don't complain. If this your way of life, don't complain.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Like I say, if everybody I saw looked like a teenager, like, oh boy, that's just the nature of things in this scenario where only one man knows the date.
Right.
But they're not young people. They're quite middle aged.
Did we all know that this was election year?
Yes,
we did.
Everybody.
If we could
I
count,
mean, everybody
you're right.
has sense.
Right, you
But
knew.
what?
Okay.
My goodness gracious, people thought it was going to be last year.
You
There
know,
were
but like
people
the,
thinking it was going to be
yeah,
last
so,
year. So you have a lot of nerve to
but
be
you know,
walking
like
in
the
there.
caller said, some people enjoy the thrill of Christmas shopping on the last
really
day
do
and all the theatrics, and
Yeah.
maybe that's a part of the excitement. So enjoy.
I think Bahamians get off complaining.
Mm.
You like to stand in line with a bunch of angry people and say, man, this government, these people, like this, and it makes you
that's
feel
a
alive.
part of it. Yeah, that's
Like,
just a part of the fever, election fever. Yeah.
Because if you were in the line, everything was perfectly, wow, and here's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
But no, that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Caller, good morning. You're on the line. Hi, are you there?
This is John.
Good morning.
Yeah, one of the union, yes. Yeah, I think it's possible for the fellow fall overboard. If it's hooked on, there's a cut through there. I think around elbow key, that's very strong. The current is very strong around there. I know one time when I was I was on the force, we went through a cut, and that's the same place. We had to stay overnight before the commander said, let's go through. So that's very strong. So, I mean, it is possible.
Did you have your life jackets on?
Well, the life jackets were nearby. I don't think they were on, but we didn't go through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it is possible.
Yeah, anything's possible.
That she could have fallen overboard, like the gentleman said.
Okay.
And
Now,
with the
thing
keys?
is now whether we're going to investigate the crime scene properly. So
They can
that's the
find
big
it.
thing.
Well, if it is a crime.
I mean, investigate the scene properly.
Right.
That's the big deal.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I don't know if I've never heard it in a case here, but in the States, after these things happen, they always have access to your phone and look at your Google searches.
Yeah. We should be able to do that. Track it. Yeah. But
So
it's interesting to hear, though, that there is an area in there that has really strong current.
Almost around.
So maybe they weren't experienced boaters because they would know that. I don't know. Or just thinking out loud here.
Sure. Back to, we're all over the place this morning. So this person says, more community, national, and parental support needed for our athletes. I heard a strange loud sound too, but was not sure what it was.
Okay.
This is a great mystery. SpaceX wasn't doing anything, right?
They didn't announce.
It's not related to the Artemis, is it?
Would it be, though?
Could it have?
Aren't they supposed to be close to the moon or something?
Yeah, they're on their way back now.
Yeah,
But was it? What was it? Although, I'm not sure if the callers understand that we won swimming for 8 years. Well, it's not over yet for swimming. And only a few schools have pools. So it's not what our athletes eat. They eat like athletes. Well, I don't know if you can say that with the swimmers, though. If you notice them.
That's totally different.
Yeah, they are not built like most Bahamians. Not at all. So the swimmers are doing something different. It's something different. But,
I know. Listen, you have to commend the parents. I'm going to say that because to have a kid out at the pool 5 o'clock in the morning to swim, then go home for them to change, go to school, you go to work after school, get them back to the pool to swim. Looking at that, and that's a whole family commitment. You have to commend. Not that I can't speak to what happens on track, but I do know with the swimmers.
Yeah.
And they could eat some. They fuel. they burn a lot of energy in that pool swimming. So, yeah.
Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air. Hi, caller. Good morning. Are you there? Nope. Okay. This person says here that caller is incorrect. If you moved within the last 3 months, you can vote in your former constituency. It just is simple procrastination. Yeah. As we were saying, people who moved 3 years ago are doing this, which is crazy. I think it goes, this is back to Carifta, I think it's deeper than training. It's an ingrained sense of pride in their nation and flag. Jamaicans don't lose their accents wherever they go in the world. We Bahamians lose our accents in one weekend in Miami.
That could be a part of it, like their national pride. Yeah, and dominating the Caribbean in this particular area, right?
Okay. Then they have a theory about what happened to that lady. I can't read that on there. This person says here, boat that size usually has an outboard motor with a key attached to a kill switch, which automatically shuts off the engine. Another person says, yeah, boats don't work like that with the keys. Oh, boy. This person says, I hope the ambassador calls for the FBI on this one, too.
We ain't easy. We are not easy.
Boy.
Maybe it was an older model boat that didn't have the kill switch. I don't know. I thought you pull a string to start a motor. I didn't know the key need. I'm so lost.
Sure, there are all kinds of different methods. This person says here, did you see those waters on the weekend? I was driving past Montague and said to myself, I hope nobody is taking a boat out in these rough seas. Seconds later, I passed a taxi dropping tourists off from a boat, and we can get what we get. More U.S. embassy warnings. Well, that I don't know if that would require
I saw a lot of
that.
Bahamians out on the beach this weekend, though.
Yeah. I don't think it was. It depends on where you were. It wasn't all that rough in certain places. But this is different. Americans killing Americans, allegedly, or maybe, possibly, abroad is very different from them getting hurt by the people of the country. So let's not mix them up. Last-minute lines are predictable. Not planning for them is a system failure.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. Well, maybe they need more volunteers. How about you try to volunteer? Sounds like a Forensics Files episode for insurance money. Yike. Boat keys don't work that way. How is the key in the ignition and her pocket at the same time?
Confusing.
It's not like a jet ski that just has a lanyard and a kill switch. I might have believed it if he had said that she just fell overboard, but to be falling overboard while simultaneously turning off the engine and taking out the key is wild. Maybe the weather was really, really rough. I don't know. You all keep saying last minute, but people were married or divorced or changing polling divisions or recently transferred. You all are not listening to what the complaints are about. The process is just calling people last minute. Please actually listen to what the process was or what happened rather than putting everyone into a bucket. One of your co-hosts was in Gambier Primary until 12 a.m. and perhaps can say why the process is unnecessarily long and ways it can be smoother. Okay, but the thing is, what we're saying is that people who went 2 months ago, 3 months ago, didn't have these issues.
Or, there are circumstances that would cause people to be there now. Like if you move just recently and you want to switch. I know you can stay. I know.
Don't put yourself through this.
Right. But I mean, I'm certain that the people that should be there are probably more frustrated because of the fact that those who could have been there a long time ago didn't go. So I agree with the text that there are both scenarios, but we can't isolate one from the other. They're all problems.
This person says here, I believe the time is now for the implementation of a national lottery. A few are becoming billionaires while the nation's youth suffer for a chance to excel in education and sports. They say just a few are becoming millionaires. Okay. Okay. This text is confusing me. I don't know if I can. Okay, I'm not going to read that one, but I think I understand what you're saying, Dexter. I think I understand what you're saying. Continue to call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. All right, so let's go back to this voter registration story here. So the Parliamentary Commissioner, Harrison Thompson, telling the NASA Guardian that all the locations are seeing crowds. He said, quote, I expect from the crowd that we've seen, probably another few hundred people will be added to the register. All the people are not there for registrations. Some are there for transfers. A lot of people with transfers, and sometimes they want to change their cards, although we tell them they don't need to, and it's not mandatory, but I guess they want to make sure they have the card. Last week, amid reports of hours-long waits, the Parliamentary Registration Department suspended voter verification services, noting that it would only be registering first-time voters and processing transfers. The permanent register, introduced ahead of the 2021 general election, eliminated the need for all voters to register ahead of each election. I still think people don't understand that, unfortunately.
That's the part,
right?
I think.
Instead, only first-time voters must register, while voters who have moved must transfer their registrations. Well, again, that depends. The change was intended to reduce registration crowds given the circumstances at the time surrounding the COVID pandemic and its associated social restrictions. The next general election was not due until later that year. Well, I guess it's saying this year. Okay. But as it became evident in recent weeks that it was likely to be called much sooner, registration locations became crowded. Last year, the Golden Isles by-election with a voter turnout of less than 50% led many to speculate over the accuracy of the register, particularly as it relates to voters who have moved between constituencies but had not yet updated their addresses. Thompson said on Monday that over the past few weeks, there's been many voters seeking to transfer their registrations. He said, quote, people waited until election fever really got to a pitch before they came into transfer. We have quite a number of transfers since the Golden Isles by-election, not all from Golden Isles, but a lot of transfers. So the 2021 election had a record low turnout of just 65%, but Thompson says he believes that turnout will be much higher this year based on the scenes at registration locations. Prime Minister Philip Davis announced the election date last week. Voters who have moved in the last 3 months must vote in their previous constituencies. So if it's just a recent move, stick to her.
Yeah.
Voters who moved between 3 and 12 months can choose to vote in their previous constituency or transfer to a new one. Individuals who voted in the last election and still live in the same area remain on the register in their constituency and may vote so long as they present a valid form of identification on Election Day. So, again, some people are unnecessarily putting themselves through this. Unnecessarily. And with the increased numbers and not increased staff, there are going to be issues.
Then just wait.
There are going to be issues.
And be patient with the process. Wait and be patient with the process.
Let's take some final calls before we have to break for news. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, Dwight.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. I didn't hear nobody spoke about the vessel that is still parked in South Beach, right? I didn't hear nobody spoke about that.
The what, sorry?
The vessel was landed a few days in South Beach, and it is alleged that 300 person was on it, right? But it's still parked right there in South Beach. Once you ride into Blue Hill or from Blue Hill into South Beach, into the beach, you could see it right there, right? And then what make that worrisome to me is, right? No news carried that. Nobody talked about it, and then our government open up voting registration offices on a holiday. That's suspicious, man. So investigate for us, right? Because people are curious about that because nobody is saying nothing about it. This is the election time, and things like this should be worrisome to Bahamians
Okay, that's a very big leap. But I mean, have you seen this vessel?
Yes, sir. I saw it myself. That's how I know it's there because I went out there to see it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Interesting stuff. And but. Okay. Let's take another call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Rizzo Dwight.
Hi. Good morning.
Dwight, I just come to do one little correction concerning the Carifta. The Bahamas never win a Carifta game, and Jamaica never lost a Carifta game from it was started.
No, that's not correct.
Yeah,
why are you
so
saying that?
I just
1984.
want to correct that area there.
Where did you get that from? 1984. 1984 was the last time we won. Why are you saying this?
1984?
Yes, with Pauline Davis when she was a teenager.
According to history.
Which history?
Jamaica never lost a Carifta.
Not true.
And they don't have no area where the Bahamas win one.
Where are you looking?
Huh?
What are you looking at?
Huh? Well, you could look at you could either look at Google or ChatGPT.
Well, definitely can't be. Don't bring AI into this. But that's not true. That's not true. And what are you Googling? And what site are you at? This is a no, no, sir. No. The Bahamas did, and the last time was 1984. Not since then. But of course, swimming has been a different story, and we are keeping our fingers crossed for an 8-peat after today. But Jamaica's been dominant since 1985. So let's not do that. We have to be proud of that. Very proud of that, and we don't think it's it seems right, DeQuesta, like we will never be another winner other than Jamaica. But who knows?
Let me research.
Yeah, you look it up. But that's a known fact. I don't know. Chat GPT. Come on now. Don't ever.
Are you saying chat isn't right?
Please. But yeah. All right, we got to go to the news. When we come back, a whole lot more in Morning Blend Business. Stay with us here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
No one likes a fender bender. Oh, man. From a little scratch to a full mashup, NUA Insurance has got you covered with auto insurance tailored to fit your needs and budget. For affordable rates with free on-site accident assistance, visit us online or in branch and just ask us. NUA Insurance. Ask us because we've got you covered.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
Struggling to find your financial rhythm? Make that move to Fidelity and let us help you orchestrate your financial goals into perfect harmony with free financial coaching sessions. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Man, this weather done messed up the paint on my house, car, the boat. Now I gotta go all over the place looking for things.
Get available Perfect Painting. That's your one-stop shop. They got paint for boat, house, car. You ain't know?
All in one place?
All in one place. Number 102 Wolf Road, opposite Peardale. Or call them 323-7821. Man, they got high and low-end paint and at good prices. And don't let them be running with special.
Really?
Paint supplies. Perfect Paint is the perfect choice. And you know how to say and go.
Yeah.
Perfect Paint. We are more than just paint.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
At Star General, you can go gold. Comprehensive car insurance covers loss or damage from accidents, fire, theft, and third-party liability. But the Gold package gives you increased coverage for rental car and windscreen, personal accident, medical benefits, deductible waiver, and 24-hour roadside assistance where available. Our Star General Gold package also gives you up to $2,500 for accidental damage to a rental car anywhere in the Bahamas. Go gold with Star General. Insurance made simple.
With Lysol, you can disinfect all surfaces inside and outside your home. When used as directed, Lysol eliminates 99.9% of bacteria, fungus, and viruses. Maintain a healthy home by preventing sickness and keeping infections under control. Don't just clean your surfaces, disinfect them. Lysol does more for you and your family. That's our mission for health. Distributed by Thompson Trading Company.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
You never really forget your first. First kiss, first ball, first time voting. Get out to vote. Your vote, your voice. Don't let the line scare you. This April 18th, your voter's card is your entry to our free Get Out to Vote concert featuring incredible acts like Ding Dong, Young Bretta, Nige Boy, Wendy, Bahamian Trey, Sweet Emily, Mr. Vegas, and so much more. It all goes down Saturday, April 18th at the National Stadium. Gates open 6 p.m. Get out to vote, babe!
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Duquesa Dean. And this morning we are talking with Commonwealth Bank. A lot of exciting things happening with them. A lot to talk about with Assistant Vice President of Marketing and Business Development, Wenrick Clark. Good to have you with us. Good morning.
Good to be here. Good morning to you, Dwight and Duquesa. Pleasure to be here with you guys.
All right, so we've got a long list of exciting things going on
indeed.
with CB, but let's begin with the mortgage campaign. You got a campaign going on right now?
Yeah, absolutely we do. And so this is something that I think would interest a lot of Bahamians at this present time, because a lot of folks are in the market right now wondering what they qualify for and some questions around what does Commonwealth Bank offer in the mortgage space. And so right now I just want folks to know that if you're in the market and you're interested in obtaining a mortgage or a vacant lot loan, definitely this is the time to give us a call, because right now the rates are super low and attractive. If I say the rates, I think there will be a stampede of traffic heading to us.
You know you have to say something, because people are like,
give
us a rate. Give us a little hint.
So right now you could get rates as low as 4% on a mortgage with Commonwealth Bank. And as a matter of fact, if you're in the market and you're looking to purchase a home, we can do up to 90% financing or higher, depending on how you qualify. As a matter of fact, for some clients, depending on your work status, we can finance even part of your closing costs. So some people think, hey man, I don't have all of the funds, because to get a home, it's very expensive. By the time you factor in legal fees, closing costs, depending on the value of that home, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars. And so we are able to help with financing some of that debt burden as well when you are approaching us to support you with that, right? And then on vacant lot loans, those rates are as low as 4.5% for qualified persons who wanted to come in. And again, up to 95% financing. And if, again, you don't have all of your funds, let's say you don't have all of the money that you need for financing of that vacant lot, we can also support you again with some of that closing fee and legal fees to support with closing that deal as well.
Wow. Okay. With like how long? What are the terms like? If for vacant land?
So vacant land you can get up to 15 years to repay, and mortgages you can get up to 35 years to repay as well, depending on your age. And if you are self-employed, self-employed individuals would love to know that we can finance your mortgage up to the age of 70.
Okay. That is excellent. That is excellent. All right. So how is this a limited time campaign? How long will this be going on?
Right now, this is just our business as usual right now. So as a matter of fact, if you're in the market and this is something that you're looking for, there's no, let's say, a rush on it.
Okay.
This is how we are operating on a daily basis. Yes, we are in campaign mode, so don't delay.
Right.
I would say that we can get you pre-qualified within 10 minutes. So once you would call the mortgage center, you could definitely get that information, how much you qualify for within 10 minutes. And we could even help you with referring you to someone in the real estate space if you don't even know where to go. We do have agents in the space that we work with that we can help you to get into a space that a home that you can qualify for. Absolutely.
And what about people who want to refinance or switch mortgages?
Absolutely.
What are you
So
offering them?
Same rates?
The rates there are just as attractive for switches. Switches we could do as low as 4% as well, and again support you with some of your legal fees up to a certain amount. Let's say a maximum of $5,000. We'll actually help you pay some of your closing costs in that space as well. So definitely, I'd say for switch mortgages, definitely an attractive package offering. If your mortgage is somewhere and you want to bring it over, and while you're doing that, let's say you already have an existing mortgage, but you want to outfit your home with solar energy, or you want to upgrade your windows to hurricane impact. These are the things that we can definitely do right now to support you when you switch. So don't just switch and upgrade at the same time.
Right.
So why do people switch? Like what would be the thought process behind, I got a mortgage with X bank, but I'm going to take it over to Y bank? Like what?
I could answer that one.
Yeah.
Because you don't have 4%.
Correct, is right.
That's one of the main ones right there.
And we don't come one bank. I mean, the great thing is that we, people switch sometimes to lower their monthly payments. Sometimes people switch because they're trying to consolidate a lot of their existing debt. So I may have a mortgage and I may have other credit facilities spread all over the place, so we can actually tidy up all of your finances in one. And so that's why I think it's so important to come and have a conversation with us at CB, because we can do all things, whether you're in the space for a mortgage, a car loan, whatever it is, we can sit down and take a complete look at your finances and set you up for great success.
Yeah. Excellent. So what advice would you give? Do you give advice to folks who I don't know if I qualify, I don't know if I have enough? Do you give financial advice?
100%. And this is what our mortgage team down there at Prince Charles, they're really big on. So when you call them, they don't just pre-qualify you. They will actually sit down and go through all of your finances to let you know, okay, this is your current financial position because of all of your existing debt. Either we can't do it right now, or here's the timeline where we can do it, and actually set you on a path to help you to achieve that goal as well. So they absolutely do financial advice down there at the Mortgage Center, or any of our branches that you go into, they can support you with financial advice.
That's a phone call or in person?
That's a phone call or in person.
Your choice.
Absolutely.
Okay, just make an appointment?
Absolutely. You can make an appointment. And if those of you who are interested, for example, in the mortgage space, the phone number to our Mortgage Center is 397-6940. That's 397-6940. And they are ready and able to help.
And this is not just for people in New Providence, right?
This is folks that now, the thing is, if you're in the Family Island, in Grand Bahama, or in Eleuthera or Abaco, we are able to help. If you're in another island where we don't have a location, it doesn't mean that we cannot help. It just may mean the conditions at which we support may look a little different than actual location.
Why?
Well, there's because having a location there means that we're able to assess a lot of things on the ground. For
Okay.
example, if you're building a home, to actually assess it and go and do a site visit and that sort of thing. Not being there presents a little bit more risk and challenge. So not that we can't or
Right.
won't, but there's just a little bit of a difference in terms of how we support in those islands where we're not.
All right, so in that same vein, if you are in New Providence, but the place you're looking at is on a family island.
Yes, we
What
can we
changed?
can support. It's just that how that looks would be a little different. So definitely an opportunity to sit down and have a
Okay.
conversation with us as to how we can help with that.
Okay.
How does it work for someone who may have collateral, like maybe they have a gifted property or something like that, and they want to build on that? Would they still need to bring cash, or would there be equity that they could tap into so they don't necessarily need that much funds up front?
That's a great question, Niquessa, and the answer is yes, we do that. So once the property is already in your name, we can do equity takeout to support you building on that particular lot. And in a lot of cases, because it's equity, especially if there's no debt on it, you most likely can finance on that property without any cash injection. We could just take the equity out of the land. Yes, please.
We are talking with Winrick Clark from Commonwealth Bank. So this person's asking, this is an interesting question. What if I'm already at Commonwealth Bank, but my rate is not 4%? Can I renegotiate? How do I get my interest rate down lower?
That's a great question as well. So
Yeah.
I would say there are opportunities and there are ways that you can do that, right? And so if you're coming in and you're looking to do some equity takeout, for example, you already have a mortgage with CB and you're interested in upgrading your home. Let's say you want to do, like I said, impact windows or remodel or do something like, what is it? The solar panels. And that sort of thing. I was trying to get it out. Solar panels. Then yes, we can sit down and have a conversation with you and say, based on the amount that you're taking out, those new funds, we can actually look and have a good look at your rate. It may not get you down to 4, but we can definitely have a conversation
That's interesting.
in that space as well.
Talk
Once
to me
you're
a little
taking
bit
on new
about
funds.
that, though. I'd like to know, like, if my rate is 5 and there's a promotion for 4, and I came to apply, not for new money, but just to change the rate, what are some of those restrictions?
So there are some restrictions to be
Okay.
completely transparent. Typically, you don't lower rates unless it is that you're applying for some new
Some
funds.
new, okay,
Right. So
okay.
that's I think the big
Okay.
caveat. You're applying for new funds
Okay.
and you're wanting to get your rate. And that's why it's
Okay.
important too that if you're wanting to switch your mortgage, it's an opportunity for us to have a look to see if we can bring your rate down that you have at another bank to lower your monthly
Okay.
payments. Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes not just your monthly payments, but the term of your facility as
Right.
well, so that you could pay it off in a shorter term.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so you keep mentioning solar, and so I know there are people perhaps with a mortgage with another bank, but they're hearing what you're saying. Is it possible to just get financing for the solar if you have a loan or mortgage with somebody else? Or would you prefer for that to be consolidated with the bank?
Well, we
How does that
prefer
work?
for it to be consolidated, of course. We want your business, let's be honest. But certainly there are opportunities and options where if the mortgage is somewhere else and you're interested in solar panels, depending on your financial situation, we can look at financing that as well. I can tell you right off the bat, I know my team, they're going to be having conversations about switching that mortgage for
Right.
sure.
Right.
But certainly have a conversation with us and let us see how we can support you.
But for people who think that is not a thing, banks do finance you upgrading to solar.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
100%.
there's no. If you really want to go to solar,
So
there's nothing holding you back. Really,
Right. Go to the bank.
Go to the bank.
What are some of the requirements for the person that's seeking home ownership? What do they need to bring in? What should be some of the considerations? Is age a factor? Is what are the factors?
So there are some factors. So definitely you'd want to bring in standard documentation like your job letter, pay slips, NIB information. You would also want to make sure that if you have already secured a home of interest, so you'd want to have the quote on that, the agreement, the sales agreement, and then you would want to bring in your appraisal report. If it is that you're buying a house straight out, that's like the standard where we want to. There'll of course be 1 or 2 other documentation that you need to bring in, but that's the standard, that's the basics, and then we can get you started. Once we have gotten to that point and do the assessment, then we'll let you know any other additional documentation that we may need to move that forward.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
I know some banks require you to be, not just banks, lending institutions, because there are more than banks that lend. require you to be on a job for a particular period of time.
Yes.
Is that a requirement, or is it just proof of consistent employment?
It's proof of consistent employment. Most banks would require 2 years of employment. That's pretty much industry standard. But there are some cases where, depending on why you would have moved from one location to the next in terms of your job and the reason, where continuity can be applied on an exceptional basis. So that doesn't mean that if you haven't been on your job longer than 2 years, that disqualifies you. Still come in and let's have a conversation and assess where you are.
Any other things about the mortgage campaign that people need to keep in mind?
Well, I'd say anytime you're considering anything around mortgage, this is one of the biggest investments that you'd make in your life. So don't ever take that lightly. I'd say have a conversation with our team down there at the Mortgage Center. I mean, consummate professionals, folks that have been in the industry for a very, very long time, and they're very good at what they do. And they give fantastic advice as well. So I'd say if you're in the market, before you make that decision, have a conversation with us at Commonwealth Bank so that we can set you on the right path. Absolutely.
I like that.
All right.
When you look at the fact that, you're a local bank, right, and you have the non-local banks that are offering competitive rates, what could be, or the benefit of going local? Talk to us a little bit about why we should choose you.
Well, that's a fantastic question. I would say this. I have had the opportunity of working at some of the competitive banks out there, right? And I've been now with Commonwealth Bank for 9 months. And what I could share with you guys is this. There is no other bank in the country like CB. What we are able to do in the time frame that we're able to do it, because we are local decision makers. We are a bank of Bahamians for Bahamians, and every single decision maker in that organization, in our organization, is Bahamian and works right here in this country. And so one of the key benefits, for example, whenever you go to any of our branches and apply for a loan at any of our branches, you're able to get an approval in less than 24 hours, sometimes within hours of you applying for your facility. And you're going to get fast, friendly, reliable, consistent service when you bank with us as well. And when you call any of our branches, someone in the branch will answer the telephone.
He was waiting on that question, Dwight. He sounded like he was waiting on that question.
That is unheard of.
Unheard of.
Standard
You don't mind
procedure
if people
at CB.
come in the bank to make a deposit,
We
do
don't
you?
come in the bank, do it online, whatever you want to do. We're here to serve you. We don't put any restrictions on how you bank with us at CB.
My goodness, my goodness. Again, we're talking with Wenrick Clark with Commonwealth Bank. Okay, so a whole lot of exciting things happening. I think the last time somebody from Commonwealth Bank was on, we were talking about Apple Pay.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How's that been going in this market? What are you seeing, and what do people need to do if they want to be a part of this?
So that has been going fantastically well. As a matter of fact, oftentimes when I walk up to any merchant and I take out my phone to pay, people are looking at me like, is something wrong with me? Nope, nothing's wrong with me. So Apple Pay, Google Pay is going really well.
Oh, Google Pay too?
Google Pay as well.
Pay.
So if you're an Android user, you're not left out. We have Apple and Google Pay. 2 clicks on the side of your phone, tap and go. This is actually a free service that we're offering for both Apple and Google Pay. And we are the only bank in the country, dare I say, in the Caribbean basin that has this feature available for our clients. Still. So all you need to do is to come into Commonwealth Bank and open an account with us, and you're automatically eligible, of course, for the Google Pay and Apple Pay. It's really tied right now at present to credit cards. So if you have a credit card with us, you can use that feature.
So not debit cards.
Coming soon.
Okay.
So we're very much so coming soon. So we are going to be very soon switching to tap and pay with our Visa debit cards. And as soon as that happens, then we're going to put our debit cards on Apple and Google Pay. Right now, it's credit cards only. Yeah.
So do you have like an exclusive arrangement, or the other banks just slacking off?
We are an exclusive arrangement at this point in time.
Wow.
Of course, all things have time crunches and that sort of thing. But certainly, it is only available at CB at this point in time. Anytime you see anybody take out their phone to pay, that's a CB feature.
So have you seen a lot of people opening accounts because of this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And taking out credit cards with us as a result of it, because it's a really cool feature. And it's not just a cool feature, it's a safe feature as well. So no need for you to walk around with your credit card on you. It's just in your phone. It's password protected.
Yeah.
You get notifications as to all of the things that you've just spent on. You see a summary. You can see it in in our actual CB wallet as well. And on top of that, with everything that you spend, particularly if you're at the gas station or school fees and that sort of thing, then you're earning double rewards while you spend as well. So.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at CB right now that I think everybody should be interested in taking advantage of.
And when you switch to debit, will it be as safe?
It will be just as safe, as a matter of fact, because again, there's a lot of things going on in the market right now, with fraud and that sort of thing. So these digital features actually do help to secure your wallet in a profound way. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. And how long do you have can you say how long you have the exclusive? Or you would...
Well, I'll put it this way. Hurry up and buy. Come on down.
Okay.
How long, I can't get into the details of that. But certainly I would say it's a feature that we currently have for all of our CB clients who have credit cards with us.
Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, that's good stuff there. Good stuff there. All right, so you've got some benefits for your cards as well, the Black and Platinum cards. What can you tell us about that?
And is there a card promotion?
Right. So right now we are in the space where we are promoting our credit cards. So we have a suite of credit cards from standard to gold to platinum to black. And when you're getting into the platinum and black space, there are a lot of benefits.
Which one's the higher one?
The highest is the black card.
Oh, wow.
Right. And with our black card, there are a lot of key benefits and features like, purchase protection, extended warranty, ATM robbery and assault protection. There's MasterCard Assist Plus. There's MasterCard rental. So when you go to the United States and you're renting your vehicle, you don't have to take out the insurance. It's something that is insured with your black card.
Okay.
There's trip inconvenience. Even for example, if you have a delayed flight, Dwight, and you're traveling with your black card, your flight is delayed for 2 hours. No issues. You could take your black card, go to any VIP lounge anywhere in the world, over 660 airports around the world, and gain access to their lounge and wait in comfort and style, right? Oh, yeah. And then, of course, there's luggage protection. As they did say, flight delay protection. There's also the MasterCard experience where when you book your travel through the MasterCard app, you're getting the negotiated MasterCard prices on everything from your airline tickets to hotels to car rentals. So many key features and benefits. I mean, it's mind-boggling how many features there are. And everyone, I think, that is able to qualify for a black or platinum card should definitely give us a call.
Well, that's going to be the next question.
Yeah. Right.
Who can qualify?
Right.
I suspect I can't. But who
man, don't say that, man, Dwight, man. Don't say you can't qualify. I will tell you, before you sell yourself short, give us a call, let us assess you so that we can let you know which of the card products that you can qualify for. So I'd say you'd be very surprised which of these cards you can get in your wallet, right?
What an annual fee is on a black card look like?
So annual fees and all of these things, these are, some of them are standard.
Okay.
The actual amount, give us a call. We'll have that conversation because some of these things are competitive advantages.
Okay.
Right? So you'd be surprised. Just give us a call and we'll let you know exactly what our annual fees are. Very, very competitive. Let me put that out there. And nothing that's going to frighten you from taking the card on. I promise you that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful stuff.
But your interest rates are standard, like
correct. And even there, our interest rates are very competitive on our credit card products. I think a lot of Bahamians would be very surprised to see that as well. So give us a call, man. I'm telling you, you'd be very surprised when you give us a chat.
Okay,
You'll
nice
see.
stuff.
Yep,
Nice
yep.
stuff there. So with cards, always these rewards. You mentioned some of them already, but let's talk about that and other rewards programs that CB offers.
Absolutely. So on our credit cards right now, if you use your card at our gas stations or you're paying your kids' school fees, if you're at the groceries, there's some places where you shop where you can actually earn double rewards. And in your CB wallet, you can see right at the bottom of your CB wallet the amount of rewards that you've accumulated over time. And when you click on that, you can actually see all of the places and spaces that you can use your rewards with your purchase, right? So it's very easy to use. We've transitioned from points so that you can actually see cash rewards in your app as well. And as you spend, those funds are accumulating on a daily basis, and you can always keep track and decide how and when you want to use your rewards as well. Yep, absolutely.
Excellent.
So you see the dollar value.
100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. I could pull up mine and show you now.
Hey, we want to see.
We are talking with Wenrick Clark with Commonwealth Bank. You can text us 422-4796. We might take some calls if we have time. 323-6232, 325-4316. This texter says here, listening to Mr. Clark, we Exumians are so proud of him. Yeah? Okay.
My people in Exuma. I love y'all so much.
Which part are you from?
I'm from the Forest Exuma.
Okay.
Proud Forestubian in Exuma.
Great stuff. Great stuff. So I think you mentioned the lounge programs already.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So what about Visa cards, debit cards? Any other promotions with Visa debit right now going on?
Absolutely. So right now, we're in the process of switching to our Visa Tap and Go. And that should be going live sometime in the month of May, thereabouts. And all of our clients, all of our Visa debit card holders, we will be contacting you to let you know the process by which you would switch from the card that you currently have to the new card. And when we do roll that out, we are going to be offering some sweet deals in terms of card usage. One of the things that you're going to be able to experience is someone, somewhere, who swipes their card and spends over $50 is going to win a trip on CB at a value of $5,000. So I'm telling you, you're going to want to get your new card and use that as often as you can so that you can also benefit from that.
Sounds pretty good.
That trip. Yeah.
So what's happening right now? Right now, it can't tap?
Right now, it's not a tap. It's an insert. So that's where we're going to be switching to the tap and go. Very
I thought
soon.
that was about the devices they
Machine.
use. Yeah.
No, actually, it's about the card. Correct.
Because sometimes you can't tap. But
Yeah.
sometimes.
Most machines now there's
You can
tap, but
tap.
if your card, like our card right now, the
okay.
Visa card,
Yeah.
that's why we're switching so that we're able to come up to speed in terms of the technology
it's a certain
with
amount.
tap and go.
And a certain
Yeah, a certain amount.
Right,
You can
right.
only tap
Okay,
for
well,
a
it
certain
is very convenient.
Absolutely,
When you can do
100%.
that.
Yeah.
All right. And what about for merchants? What about the business people out there? What are the benefits of going with CB?
Well, so this is one of the things that has been, I think, not a secret, but something that I think a lot of folks don't know is that we do offer merchant services as well at CB, and new into the market, but certainly we are, I would say, the best in the market. So in terms of all of you that are out there that you may have your merchant services with another bank, I would say also to give us a call, our merchant services team, and we're also looking for opportunities to switch those merchants to CB as well. And I'm not going to say if you're not pleased with the bank that you're at. I'll just say we are the best in the space.
You can still do better.
So we can still, no matter what you have going on, you can absolutely do better. Give us a call and we'll be happy to have conversations with you as to how we can support you in that
Tell
space
us a little
as
more
well.
about that for those who
And so,
understand what merchant
absolutely.
services
So merchant services, so your point of sale machines where you actually swipe your cards. We have that capability as well. And certainly for our merchants, there are a lot of features that we have where you can see your statements online. Even when there are disputes, we handle that in breakneck speed. There are a lot of things that we offer that some of our other banks don't. Our competitive advantage. So also important to give us a call so that we can share some of those competitive advantages with you and encourage you to also switch your merchant services from wherever you have them currently to CB. And the rates are also very attractive. Now, Dwight, on this one, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to tell you what those rates are, right?
Okay,
because they're very attractive and they're a competitive advantage. I certainly want that they give us a call so that we can have that discussion.
No problem at all. All right, we've got a lot of questions coming in on our text line. Got some calls as well. Let's see if we can take these calls. If you can get too specific about your issue, I don't know if this will be the right venue for this, the format, but let's hear what you have to say. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yes, hi.
I may have missed it. How do you qualify, or where do you go to check on the black card?
So for the black card, you can go to any of our branches in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and Abaco and Eleuthera and Spanish Wells, or you can go online and apply for a black card online at our website, and then certainly you could contact us at our business development department at the Plaza branch, but you can go into any branch at CB and they can help you with applying for the black card.
Okay, and you have to have an account with you to get the black card, right?
No, ma'am, you don't. You could be a new to CB client, and we will certainly assess and see if you're qualified and happy to have you on board. If you're currently not a CB client, why aren't you? That's the question. But no, on a serious note, you don't have to be a CB client. We'll be happy to assess you, and once you're approved, you would be a black card carrier.
Okay, I am a CB client.
Well, thank you for your business, ma'am.
Okay. Great stuff. Thank you very much for calling. All right, so this texter's asking, what about, you talk about Apple Pay and Google Pay, but what about Zelle, PayPal, and Venmo and that kind of stuff?
Okay, so we're not there quite yet, but with Apple Pay, there are some capabilities that can work a little bit like that. So you can actually send to another Apple customer using Apple Pay. So there's that as well. So there are a lot of capabilities it is not Zelle, but it can work like it. Right. Again, it's an opportunity for us to have a discussion to share with you how these things can work. Because we have a lot of capabilities that may not be in the same, let's say, space as some of those other Zelle and that sort of thing, but we do have some of those capabilities as well.
Great stuff. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Morning.
Hi, doing well.
Yeah, don't forget about Google Pay now.
We got you covered, sir. We have Apple and Google Pay for all Android users.
I'm a Samsung lover.
Absolutely, sir. We got you covered.
How come only Royal Bank is print their cards right on the spot? Why a lot of banks now have to wait so long for cards?
Okay, so I would say to that, right? I can't speak to RBC, but I could tell you that if you need a replacement card and you go into CB, that is something that we can help you with as well. It's not going to be right there at the branch, but within maybe a day or two, we can have that card at the branch of your choosing for you to be able to collect as well. Yes, sir.
Okay. This texter is asking, does CB allow balance transfers when applying for a card?
Oh, yes. So if you have let's say that what they mean is that if I have a standard card and I want to upgrade to a black or platinum card, I can actually transfer my balance over. Or if, for example, you have a credit card at another bank and you want to pay off that credit card, there's things that we can do to use your credit card to transfer your balance from that other bank to us, pay off and cancel your other card. So there are absolutely things that we can do in that space to support clients.
Interesting.
So even if you want to switch, you could switch your credit card as well.
Having high balances on other cards might be a liability, right? For
It is, but again, this is where I think credit card education comes into play as well, because there are ways where you can manage your credit card effectively that you pay 0 interest on your card. So before your before, let's say today you use your card and you swipe it for $1,000. Before the next cycle is due, and you pay that $1,000 on your card, then you don't incur any interest on your card.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only way to do it.
I don't come with any kind of matcha potions twice.
Right. Wow. What's new for seniors that's friendly at CB?
So that's a good question. I mean, I think there's a lot of things I think that we can offer for seniors in terms of from our account side, maybe the type of account that you have, or even, for example, because some seniors still do have credit facilities. So maybe it's an opportunity to sit down with us to assess your current financial position, to see before your retirement, how can we set you up for success so that you're not retiring with debt and that sort of thing. So I think, for seniors, absolutely come in. You could still get financial advice that can set you up for financial success even into your retirement, so that you're not, having to struggle in retirement as well. So certainly, I'd say come in and let's have that conversation to assess you as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think this is related to the debit versus credit card with the Apple Pay, I think. But maybe you might know better.
Okay.
When will CB be compatible with my Apple devices, where I can add a card to my device and pay through my phone?
Oh, that's it now. That's actual Apple Pay, where you can you could tap with your phone and pay. So if you have an Apple phone, that capability already exists. And as a matter of fact, like I said, you'll have Apple Pay and also have your CB wallet. So you'll actually be getting 2 notifications, one from Apple Wallet and one from your CB wallet every single time you use your card using your device. Right. Absolutely.
You have to be a Commonwealth Bank client to use Apple Pay or Google Pay here.
And currently at present, only for your credit cards. Coming soon for your debit card.
Right.
Is it and only certain merchants accept it now?
Oh no,
accept it
everywhere. So anywhere you go that has a POS machine, you can use Apple Pay and Google Pay.
Okay.
They don't need to be a Commonwealth Bank merchant.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Any merchant.
Okay. Nice.
That is good to know. And I think once you start the debit card, it's going to be a tsunami.
Absolutely. 100%. We're expecting it.
It's going to be crazy.
Absolutely.
It's going to be crazy. All right. So, but you already said this. You said that you all answer your phones. This person says that, yes, you're doing a great job, but these bankers, nobody answers the phone anymore.
I can tell you that cannot be Commonwealth Bank. And I stand 10 toes on that. We answer our phones at CB.
Some of the others answer, but it'll be like 45, 50, 70 minutes later.
Then you're talking to someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
You're talking to us.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to us when you call. When you call CB, you're talking to us.
All right. Lots of questions about PayPal. Lots of people asking about this stuff. But you already answered.
Absolutely.
How long does it take to create a business account?
So I would say for us right now, this is also a feature that we offer. So I would say, again, going to any of our branches, this is something that our teams and our branches are doing on a daily basis. Account opening officers are some of the most amazing, awesome, and friendly people that you can find. And they're there ready and able to assist you. There are documentation that you would need, of course, to open a business account. Once those documentation have been provided and we are properly assessed, you could potentially get your business account open within a week, depending on if you bring everything all at once. We can get that open for you within a week's time at CB.
All right. Absolutely. This text is asking, is Apple Pay with CB in Bahamian dollars or US dollars? And what are the additional costs?
So it's in Bahamian dollars, and for Apple Pay, there are no additional costs. The app, you can use it for free. We do not charge for the service at all. Apple or Google, by the way. We don't charge for the service.
Can you use it internationally?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I can say that I've tested and proven it myself. It works just as fine. And no issues whatsoever.
And with Apple Pay, does it work like this? With Apple Pay, in the Apple Store at least, you could buy things on terms. Does it work like that? I mean,
now that I have to come back to you in terms of that. In terms of if you go into an actual Apple store to make a purchase,
or in the app, if you buy this, you can pay so much each month through Apple Pay.
Now, if that's the capability that Apple offers, then I would say yes.
It should work.
Should
work
work
Apple Pay.
if you have Apple Pay.
So
correct.
That's another.
It's like a standing order, right?
Yeah.
It's like setting up.
Every
work. Month you get charged X dollars.
Oh boy! So there are lots of lots of benefits. Lots of benefits. All right. So as we're running out of time, what more should people know about Commonwealth Bank and what you have going on at this time?
Well, I would say right now we're also running a really awesome campaign on car loans as well. So if you're in the market and you're looking to drive off in a brand new car, call again any of our branches. Our credit officers and assistant credit officers are there at the ready to support you. And again, here our rates are super low, folks in the Bahamas. I mean, some of the lowest rates you could find in the industry right now. And again, you're going to get fast, efficient service. You can come this morning with your application for your car. Your loan is approved either the same day or the next day for your car. And you can be driving in something fresh. I mean, before the end of the week. Today is Tuesday. By Wednesday, you could be in your car. And then on top of that, we are also, like I did mention what's going on in the mortgage space. So again, please give us a call so that we can assist you with getting you pre-qualified for your mortgage. Of course, we're always in the business for debt consolidation. If you're finding that you're in a space where your monthly expenses are, higher than you would like them, and you're paying a lot out of your out in salary deductions, that sort of thing, give us a call. We'll be happy to have a debt consolidation conversation with you at attractive rates. And so certainly anything that you're in the market that you need from a financial state to better your overall finances, give us a call at Commonwealth Bank, and we are absolutely thrilled to support you in that space. Whatever your need may be, we got you covered.
All right, one final question coming in. This person says, can I open a business account online? I live pretty far from a branch.
So I would say you can apply online, yes. You can do anything online. You can apply for anything online, savings accounts, checking accounts, merchant services, credit cards, loans, business business account. You can apply for anything online, and then when you go online and you apply, select which branch you would like to deal with your business, and then someone from that branch will give you a call to move that application forward, no matter what it may be.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent stuff. Wenrick Clark, thank you so much for being here this morning. Great
My
information.
pleasure.
Great
My
having
pleasure.
you on. Hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
If I could say one more thing.
Yes, sir.
To every Bahamian out there that has been a client of Commonwealth Bank over the years, we'd just like to also take this opportunity to say on behalf of all of our executives, our branch managers, all of the staff at Commonwealth Bank, thank you so much for your business, and thank you for choosing Commonwealth Bank to be your partner in your financial journey. We don't take your business for granted. We're deeply appreciative because we know you have choices in this country. And so thank you for choosing us. And if you're currently not a client at Commonwealth Bank, please, give us a call. We are ready to serve you. And to my folks down there next door, that means you too, eh? Give us a call. We're happy to serve you. Thank you so much, Dwight. I appreciate the opportunity.
Great stuff.
And the
Clark,
question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for being here this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break and be back with more Morning Blend Business in just a bit on Guardian Radio 96.9.
On Angie, how does it feel to have broken the bull riding world record?
Sore, Sean. That bull was angry.
Angie, I think that bull is headed towards your red convertible.
I broke the world record and he broke my car. Oh well, at least I've got CG Comprehensive Motor to cover this.
Get covered for collision, damage, and more. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
At CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
Looking to upgrade your car? At Nassau Motor Company, a brand new Honda is waiting for you. Discover the highly acclaimed Honda CR-V, combining style and performance. Need space and flexibility? The Honda BR-V is just perfect for you. Or go with the sporty and sexy Honda HR-V. Come, check out our Honda showroom and let your dreams go with you. All the new Hondas are backed with a 3-year, 60,000-mile factory warranty. Available at Nassau Motor Company on Shirley Street, where standards are higher.
At Shield Insurance, we protect what matters most to you and your family. With over years of trusted service, we offer coverage for your motor, home, marine, construction, business, liability, health, and life needs. Our dedicated team is with you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth, stress-free experience. Don't take a chance. Put it in our hands. For more information, contact us at 356-7202 for our Nassau office and 352-5945 for our Freeport office.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Gold, silver, bronze, and Little Caesars, everyone wins. Introducing the new hot and ready 3-in-1 pizza, 3 flavors in one, pepperoni, cheese, and Italian sausage and ham. And the winning prize, just $11, VAT included. Whether you're celebrating on the track, in the stands, or on the couch, the 3-in-1 makes you the champion. Available now at Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles. Little Caesars, with the 3-in-1, everyone wins.
Pizza. This is definitely the time for BAMSI to continue to build on the progress that we've made. There's now drone technology. There's now year-round container farming. You have hydroponics. You have aquaponics. You have precision farming. There have been record numbers of enrollments, record numbers of flat fishing certifications. We've had record enrollments in our online courses, students from across the family of islands. Because in Bamsi, we are not just cultivating produce, we're cultivating producers.
Paid for by the PLC.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming. CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you and financial stability. Low upfront costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
CFAL is a proud sponsor of Team Bahamas for the 2026 Carifta Games.
If you think you can't afford to dress to impress or replace those utensils or maybe even upgrade your household appliances, then you don't know Y-Care's Fashion Center. With 3 locations to serve you, Y-Care's Fashion Center features the things you need or want, all at a price that you can afford. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Y-Care's Fashion Center also has the island's largest jean collection. Put the fun back in shopping and visit your favorite Y-Care's location today, where you can afford to look good.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. International credit rating agency Fitch Ratings releasing its second credit rating report on the Bahamas, in which it affirmed the country's long-term foreign currency issuer default rating at BB negative with a stable outlook. Fitch issued its very first credit rating report last year. The agency saying its rating reflects the Bahamas' high gross domestic product per capita and strong governance reflected in recent progress on structural fiscal consolidation. However, the agency explained that those strengths are offset by the country's low potential growth, its heavy reliance on tourism, and its exposure to climate-related shocks. Fitch added that the country's ratings are also constrained by high interest and debt burdens when the Bahamas is compared to sovereign peers in the same rating category. And while the government is still looking forward to creating a $75 million budget surplus, international credit rating agency Fitch revealing in its long-term foreign currency issuer default rating that it is predicting a 0.5% deficit for fiscal year 2025-2026, given the rising cost of oil globally and a projected tourism slowdown as a result of the war in the Middle East. Fitch revealing in its report that the country has minimized its risk to oil price increases through a fuel hedge that locked in its fuel price at $70 per barrel for 1 year. The report explains that the government began that fuel hedge arrangement in December 2026. And Abaco Chamber of Commerce President Chantel Sands has hailed the revised boating fee schedule that came into effect on April 1st as an important step towards restoring confidence in the yachting business. Sands telling Guardian Business that the revised boating fees, which took effect April 1st, represent an important step towards restoring competitiveness within the boating sector while supporting the broader economic recovery of Abaco. She said that the process highlights the power of collaboration and consistent advocacy, and that the boating sector is a critical driver of economic activity in Abaco, and that its decline has far-reaching consequences for the community. As of April 1st, Bahamas boating fees for foreign pleasure vessels are based on vessel length and include, for boats up to 30 days, $150 for vessels not exceeding 30 feet in length, for vessels 31 to 50 feet in length, $50 for vessels 51 to 100 feet in length, and $600 for vessels more than 100 feet in length. Vessels on a 30-day cruising permit are not entitled to a free re-entry. There's more on this in today's Guardian Business section. Overseas, global leaders have been scrambling to contain the rising cost of oil and gasoline since the start of the Iran war, which took a record amount of oil off the market when tankers full of crude were stranded in the Persian Gulf and military strikes damaged refineries, pipelines, and export terminals. Hoping to ease some pain for consumers, U.S. President Donald Trump and other heads of state have been pulling on various levers, launching more oil on the market in a bid to calm the chaos. A group of 32 nations that are members of the International Energy Agency began releasing the largest volume of emergency oil reserves in its history, 400 million barrels. Trump is tapping into oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve while lifting sanctions on Russian and Iranian crude and temporarily waiving the Jones Act, a maritime act that requires ships carrying goods between the U.S. ports to be U.S. flagged. But despite those maneuvers, crude oil has soared well past the $100 a barrel mark, and gasoline is selling for $4.14 a gallon on average in the U.S. While the stopgaps are helping, they're not adding up to enough to replace what's stranded, according to experts. Meanwhile, in trading so far today, oil prices are rising and U.S. stocks are falling, but the moves are not dramatic as the dire talk coming from both sides are not as dramatic as that. U.S. President Donald Trump threatening that a whole civilization will die tonight. That's a quote. Quote, never to be brought back again if Iran does not meet the U.S.'s latest self-imposed deadline of 8 p.m. Eastern Time to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian officials, meanwhile, urging young people to form human chains to protect power plants that Trump has threatened to bomb. The S&P 500 slipped just 0.5%, as officials involved in diplomatic efforts say talks were ongoing. The Dow Jones average was down 271 points, or 0.6%, as of 9:35 Eastern Time, and the NASDAQ composite was 0.6% lower. And JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon warning in his annual shareholder letter that a resilient U.S. economy could face renewed inflation pressures if the war in Iran disrupts global energy prices and markets. Dimon describing inflation as the potential skunk at the party this year, cautioning that turmoil in oil and commodity prices and markets could ripple through the economy, affecting everything from gasoline prices to manufacturing costs. He's also warning that sustained inflation could force the Federal Reserve to keep interest rates higher for longer, posing risks to the broader economy and financial system. And Samsung is saying goodbye to its namesake texting app. According to an end-of-service announcement published on the tech giant's U.S. support website, Samsung Messages will be discontinued in July. Impacted owners of Samsung smartphones and other gadgets are being asked to switch to Google Messages in the meantime to maintain a consistent messaging experience on Android. All Samsung Galaxy phones run on Google's Android operating system. To switch to Google Messages, Samsung's website gives users instructions to download the app from the Play Store, if not already on their phone, and set it as the default. Some people may also receive an in-app notification to guide them through the processes. Samsung says it's switching to Google Messages will give users access to updates like the latest artificial intelligence features from Google's Gemini. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from before the holiday on Thursday, your market movers, AML Foods Limited moving 900 shares, closing at $665 unchanged. APD Limited moving $165 unchanged at $50. Commonwealth Bank moving $1,300 unchanged at $4.03. FamGuard moving $3,000, closing at $7.25 unchanged. Fidelity Bank moving 100 unchanged at $14.93. Consolidated Water unchanged at $6.62. Emir Incorporated up 7 cents, closing at $12.73. The BISX All Share Index closing at 3,126.68, up 0.32. That's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations. Duquessadine, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you.
We're still trying to figure out what that boom was that people say they heard. No indication as to what it was, but we will continue to look into it.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Get some information on that.
Yeah, good stuff. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you then.
And I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.